Hey, it's Leslie with Cruising with the Fam. On our cruise, we went to Grand Cayman and we did the Stingray City Point and Starfish Beach excursion. Not only did we have a great time on this excursion, but all promises were fulfilled. We definitely got a close encounter with the starfish and the stingrays. You can pre-purchase this excursion online. The tickets will be waiting for you in your cabin when you get on the ship, and our tickets told us to meet in the Lyric Theater at 10 a.m. When you get in the theater, they are going to give you a number for your shirt, and this is going to separate you from all the other excursions and get everybody organized. And getting an excursion here was an advantage because it is actually a tender port. So I feel like the first people off of the ship onto the tender boat are the people who purchased the excursions. So a tender destination is somewhere where there's either not a port to accommodate the ship, or the water is just too shallow for the ship to get all the way to shore. So what they do is they have the ship throw out anchor just a little bit offshore, and these little boats called tender boats come and pick the passengers up and take them to the island. You can see here exactly how far out the Adventure of the Seas was anchored, and it only took about 10 minutes or so for the whole process of the tender boat to take us to shore. Once we went through the gate at the Caymans, we had to find our group, and the number 12 group was clearly labeled. We stood there for a short amount of time, and the excursion people came and took our tickets, and then we started a walk toward the buses. The whole walk was probably about 5 to 10 minutes, and we went to a parking lot. There was a mini tour bus there waiting for us, and it was probably one of the nicest vehicles I've been on any excursion. The drive was 8 minutes, followed by another short walk. Then we got to a dock where we started the next part of our journey, which was a 35-minute boat ride to the Stingray Sandbar. We rode on the top of the boat, but if I had smaller children, I would definitely ride on the bottom of the boat because it looked a little bit more secure. It was amazing how dark the water was when we left versus how light it was when we got to the stingrays and the starfish. We met the crew, everyone was super nice, and the captain even let a couple of the kids steer the boat on the way to the stingrays, under his close supervision, of course. The weather was really nice, and before we knew it, we were at the Stingray Sandbar. As we pulled up, they made us aware that we could not wear any shoes in the water. The water was going to be about waist deep or a little bit deeper, and we could touch the stingrays, and they would even bring one to us. The crowd in the pictures looks a little bit crazy, but it really was not that bad. Once you were in the water, you kind of stayed with your group, and each family stayed together, and everyone got plenty of chances to play with the stingrays. They were all over the place. The same as most of these animal encounters, the stingrays seemed very happy to come around the boat and to be around the humans. There's food involved, and they obviously feed them, so it's just motivation, and they were really friendly. And they also claim that if you kiss a stingray, you will get 7 years of good luck. So one of the crew members was gathering up some of the stingrays and bringing them over so everyone could hold one and pet one. And the other crew member was taking pictures with a waterproof camera. They sold the pictures later on for about $30 a person. I just purchased some of the kids. It was an expense that I wasn't expecting, but anytime you're on vacation and they're taking pictures of you, you have to expect that they're going to charge you for them. Next, we made it over to the Starfish Point Beach. It was just probably about 10 minutes past the Stingray bar. There were plenty of starfish all around, and the tour guide was gathering them up and bringing them to you. You had to keep them in the water. If they came out of the water for even 2 seconds, they would die, but they felt kind of leathery, and they actually stuck to your hand when you held them. I forgot to mention it before, but there was a bathroom on the boat, and there also was a really nice facility here at the Starfish Beach. This beach actually kind of gave me the feeling that I was at a beach state park back in Florida. Also, when we got to this beach, I didn't realize that there was a lunch involved with this excursion. It wasn't anything to write home about, and it wasn't a lot, but it was perfect. It was just enough to get you through. It reminded me of rice-a-roni and some jerk chicken and some powdered lemonade. But you know what? It served its purpose. After about an hour at the Starfish Beach, we headed back to the boat where we took the ride back to the port. The whole excursion lasted about 5 hours, and I would say the timing was perfect. And even though a 35-minute boat ride sounded intense at first, it actually went by quicker than I thought. It was enjoyable because the weather was so nice, and we weren't even chilly on the way back after being in the ocean. We all definitely enjoyed this and had a great time. I know my son and my husband, they like the Stingrays better, and my daughter and I, we like the Starfish, so it was a split crowd. Please like, subscribe, and share. I would love to see our channel grow. Also, let me know, are you going to try to swim with the Starfish and the Stingrays when you go to the Caymans? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching.